joined by our live viewer from Delhi, Mr. Naresh. Naresh, hi, good morning. How are you? Naresh, hi, can you hear me? All right, we'll connect back with him again, but then we do have this question. Avinash, I'll come to you because this is a 10 years time frame question. He wants to buy NetWeb Tech for 10 years. Okay, so what's going to be your strategy, Avinash, for this? And also, this is the right pick in the space for that longer time horizon?
Yeah, I think good morning, Kavita. I think my sense is, I think the investor definitely has a very long-term view, but I would suggest that, in this kind of market, it's better that he deploys his capital, slowly. Maybe he could deploy about 25% of what kind of funds he has. And most importantly, adopt a SIP approach because that will actually help you navigate this market in a much better way and keep a time frame of at least 2 years first. I think you need to evaluate and monitor your stocks regularly. So for the next 2 years, definitely it's a stock which can make good money, but I think you need to buy in a SIP approach, which will help you, reduce the volatility.
All right, so that's your recommendation. Do we have Naresh now on the phone line? Naresh, hi, can you hear me? Mr. Naresh? Okay, I just hope that he's noted down the suggestions given by Avinash. But
Mr. Ahuja, good morning and thank you for calling us. Tell us what's your question.
Good morning. I have three stocks, ma'am. Shall I start with one by one?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
It is a lemon tree which I bought 900 shares at the rate of 144. It is about 30% loss. And hotel stocks all are going down, of course. Lemon tree is not the exception. So what should I do? Whether I should add or I should hold only?
And what are the other two stocks? Give us the names as well.
What is it, madam?
What are the other two stocks besides Lemon Tree, Dixon?
Others are Dixon and Syngene.
All right. And your holding time frame is how much?
Long term, 3, 4, 5, 7 years.
Okay, 3, 4, 5, 7 years. Avinash, let me come to you for this. Lemon Tree, he's sitting at a loss at all these counters. Lemon Tree, Dixon Tech, Syngene, but his holding period is quite long. Would you recommend that?
Yeah, I think as far as Lemon Tree is concerned, I think he can definitely look at averaging because, I think now the company has announced a restructuring proposal where the company is going to go asset light. The assets are going to be owned by another group company and where, shareholders are going to be offered new shares in that company. So Lemon Tree should do well. I think for them, the third and the fourth quarter is typically a very good quarter. As far as Syngene is concerned, it's a subsidiary of Biocon. I think it's into the contract research business, a very niche business. So here also, I think, if the investor can wait for the next, say, 12 to 18 months, I think definitely a good upside can be expected. And as far as Dixon is concerned, I think the stock has corrected very sharply. I don't know what's the buying price of Dixon for this investor, but it's come down from almost 18,000 to below 10,000. So here, I think, I don't think he should average. He should wait for some time. Definitely long-term prospects are good, but in the short term, there could be a little bit of volatility.
Quickly, let's take a WhatsApp question. Avinash, I'll come to you. This is from Mr. Nikhil Sharma, Mumbai. I think he's a regular viewer and he plays both short-term and long-term. He's got NMDC at 84.55 to 40 quantity. Predicted target is 92. He's at a loss right now, wants to know what should be the strategy ahead. So let's take a short-term and a long-term call. Avinash, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I think NMDC is one of the largest iron ore producers in the country, Kavita. And I think, metal prices have been rising considerably, both on the ferrous as well as on the non-ferrous side. Private capex is also increasing. The government has also announced a large capex. So I think current year, that is FY27, should be significantly better. I think if the investor can hold for next 6 to 12 months, I think he should definitely expect a decent risk reward. He should not only cover his cost, but I think he should make a decent gain. So I think it's better to hold in this kind of market rather than exiting at the current level.
Specific comment?
No, I think longer term, I think this business is a very strong runway business for a company like Tejas Network. So I think, if the investor can wait for the next, say, 12 to 18 months, because not only 5G rollouts, but recently they have announced a new product, relating to the data center business. So I think, numbers from this product as well as the 5G rollout would probably take 2, 3 quarters to come in. So definitely somebody who is holding on can definitely hold on for the next 12 to 18 months. I think a further correction maybe on the downside can give a better alpha for new investors. So fresh buying currently not advisable, but existing shareholders can hold on.
All right. So existing shareholders can hold on, but currently buying into the counter is not advisable. FC for the next 2 years, what do you see?
I think Maharashtra Seamless is a well-established, pipe producer for the oil and gas sector. They have a very encouraging order book, and I think hopefully, what if oil prices go up, then I think definitely business momentum will be quite solid. They have been maintaining pretty decent margins for the last 3-4 quarters, so I think here the investor needs to take a slightly medium-term call. For IRFC, I think the bigger challenge is that the markets have now just seen a OFS done by the company. The stock has been under pressure, but I think overall, longer term, yes, it's got Indian Railways as its only primary customer, where it finances almost 40% of the capex of the Indian Railways. So this is a compounder for the next, say, 2 to 3 years. Somebody who's investing here should take a long-term kind of time frame here. In the short term, the stock is not going to go anywhere, but yes, long-term prospects are good.
All right, long-term story is intact. Let's move on. Let's take this question from our experts can hear you. Please ask away.
Pardon?
You can ask your question, sir.
Okay. See, I'm interested in entering 5 lakhs at the current level. Now, I think today it has risen by 1 or 2 rupees, I believe. So, it's the correct level of entry. I'm a long-term investor.
All right, you're a long-term. Any specific reason why you chose this particular counter for long-term investment?
It's a FinServe company, and in my portfolio, I don't have any company servicing the financial sector.
Okay.
And it's also it's in the digital payment sector.
That's interesting. You're looking at, you're taking care of diversification in your direct equity portfolio as well. That's very good. That means you're an investor. Avinash, what's your recommendation?
Yeah, I think, Kavita, this is a recent listing, and Pine Lab operates in the POS category. I think this category has been growing very rapidly, considering the digital kind of onslaught, which is now seen almost across various product categories. So I think if the investor can wait for the next couple of years, I think this could be a reasonably good bet. The company has a very strong promoter team. It's been funded by a lot of PE as well as VC funds. And my sense is that over the next 2 years, the opportunity for this company to grow is quite significant. So if one takes a 2-year call, I think one can definitely look at buying this stock, but take a time frame of 2 years. And, obviously, you'll have to wait for this stock to outperform based on the numbers they throw up for the next couple of years.
Right. So quarter numbers, that should be on your radar, Mr. John. And yes, 24 months time duration that you will have to give to the counter.
It's appreciated significantly considering the rise in silver prices. My sense is that silver will continue to grow, considering that there's a lot of industrial demand as well as social demand associated with it. And Hindustan Zinc is the only private sector producer which makes, silver in the country. So I think clearly with silver prices the way they are, I think Q4 is going to be much better, despite the fact that, a certain percentage of the volume production is hedged by the company at fixed prices. So looking at the next 12 to 15 months, one can definitely stay invested. Good results and good numbers obviously would re-rate the stock going forward.
Shrikant's question from Hyderabad. He's holding Ireda 450 shares at 32. He wants to know if he can exit the stock. And Birla Soft also is his question on 200 shares at 452. He's a long-term investor. Avinash?
I think as far as Birla Soft and Irida is concerned, see, both these companies are going to face short-term headwinds. As far as Birla Soft is concerned, the IT market is currently facing the AI issue. Most importantly, order wins from international markets like US would take a little bit of time. And as far as Irida is concerned, I think the Q3 numbers were a little disappointing. So I think unless the investor has got a 12 to 18 month view, in the short term, Irida may not make that kind of money. My suggestion is, in the domestic PSU banks, there are good opportunities available like Canara Bank, or for that reason, a Bank of Maharashtra. He could possibly switch over Irida in this either of these stocks, where the risk reward, I believe, could be better in the next, say, 6 to 12 months.
Do you see that panning out? And also HAL is a defense play. So, because of what's going on, defense play is, of course, something that people are incrementally positive on. Should she really sell BEL and get into one of these?
No, I think she should hold on to BL because typically, I think you should hold on to your winners. And I think BL definitely looks very solid. They have a very strong order book, a virtually debt-free business. And now new JVs have been signed. I think Safran, which is a French company, is going to tie up for some new defense equipment. And plus, my sense is that the company currently has a 2-year order book already to finish. So I think rather than selling a winner, it's better to hold on. You could expect a decent upside in the next 12 to 15 months from BL itself.
All right, that's the recommendation on BL. But then with that, it's time up on the show as well. Thank you so much, Avinash and Kunal, for being our experts today and guiding our viewers.